I am a psychic medium. That's what I do for work. Welcome to the Messages from Heaven television show. My name is Anne LoCicero, and I have been working in Connecticut as a psychic medium since 1994. My job, I often think about like what exactly is it with the mediumship? That's my job, and all I know is that there is an afterlife. I don't care what you call it. I call it heaven. There's no other better word for me. I can't think of a better word. I mean,
the funniest, I can't even, I'm sorry, it's just so funny that it's him. He would be like, he didn't believe in this kind of stuff at all. Like, he was just like,
really?
Adamant, yeah.
Oh no, he's flying through with
That's
flying.
He's got this great.
My goal is to present raw, uncut, and unedited live readings on camera for you. I'll be doing this by presenting and sharing with you messages from heaven. Let me inspire you with the reality of mediumship. Hello, and welcome to Messages from Heaven. I am your host, psychic medium Anne LoCicero. I invite you once again to join me for an incredible, unedited, uncut, and presented to you with complete truth, examples of mediumship live. This show is just one of those goals of mine to present to you what real mediumship looks like. And with that, I have an audience of people, usually, 6 to 8 people, and I read whatever spirit comes through in whatever order it comes in. These episodes of Messages from Heaven aren't just to show you or to prove to you that I'm a real medium. That would be a really scary and hard thing for me to be able to do. The premise of this show is to show you, through the guests that come, and to show the guests as well, that the afterlife is real. And the way that they get through to us, the way that your loved ones come through to give you messages and signs is just unbelievable. I'm just a very small part on that path to bring you all connections from your loved ones in heaven, and I do that through Messages from Heaven. So when I have people here, I have rules that I have to give. So right now, I'm just gonna introduce you guys all to my guests. This is my 12th episode of Messages from Heaven, so I'm really excited. 12 happens to be one of my favorite numbers. I don't know why. It just is. I've always, if I was to say to you, oh, what's your lucky number? Or what's your favorite number? Everybody's usually is different or has a reason, or it's, I don't know why, it just always has been. I've had a lot of connections with numbers throughout my life, even with your loved ones. So if I happen to bring through numbers for you guys and you're like, oh, I understand that one, signs it is, right? So do you guys, you don't have to say yes or no, but do you get signs from your loved ones? Yeah? All right, of course. Okay, so how do I begin? I begin with the rules. And every single time and you're smiling already, it's kind of, and then I'm gonna be like crying later. We'll figure it out, Okay, rule number 1 is really simple. Usually, I feel like I have to be careful where I go. Usually, I like to come right up into you guys and start hugging you, and Spirit's like, stand back and get this done. So to me, I feel like we have some really serious people coming through today, and it seems to be really important. We might have to be like in a hug thing after all of this. That's how it feels. I also feel like it's perfect timing for some of us. Like you weren't supposed to be here, but now you are, or you can't believe this was the month or the date or the day or the time or something like that. All right. Rule number 1 is yes and no. So if I come to you and I say something to you, what I really need you to do is just say yes or no to me. Give me some sort of validation so I know I'm going in the right direction. I don't want the answer. I'd rather get a no than have you give me the answer. The whole point is for Spirit to get it to me, and trust me, when they get it through, it feels good. And it'll feel good for you and you'll understand. The second thing that I talk about is, in the second rule, is what I call is what I call here and there. So we're here, right? Our loved ones are there. And they may come through and they may give me messages. Spirit is pushing me to go so fast. I feel like I want to go like, I'm on TV, calm down. So your loved ones want me to hurry up so bad, it's hysterical. I think I have a dad that's trying to break through really hard, and it's one of you two, if not both of you. But do you have a dad that's crossed? Yes? He will not stop. He's like, are you ready? 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 And I'm like, I'm trying to do my intro for this. I'm trying to, no editing. He's like, I don't care. Tell her I love her. I don't care. Tell her. And do you have a dad crossed also? Okay, so just know that he's kind of like leaning behind you and kind of like a comfortable, like, oh, I'm on, don't be weird. Telling him, not you, you're not weird. But he kind of leans like, all right, I'll wait my turn. So I'm just feeling that very strong connection. Are you two related? No, friends, nothing like just, okay. Then you have a common situation or a common crossing. I don't know why or what that is, but it also feels like somebody's talking to me about there being a traumatic connection. So somehow I have to figure out how that fits in. Do you understand that? Yeah. Okay. I told you they were talking really fast. I'm like, fine, I'll just tell you guys who's here and it doesn't matter. And then I have sisters in some place. So between the two of you, I have a sister crossed. So you have a sister crossed?
No.
No, but you do. And you do? Okay, those are my sisters. So watch you be like the first red, because I got everybody else's little hello that comes in. Do you have both parents crossed? No. Okay, so I have somebody talking about both parents crossed. That would be you, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Are you good? Both parents? Yeah, don't feed me, don't worry, just yes or no. It's normal to want to tell me something, but don't worry, just dad first. It's not that mom's not here, but I feel like he wants to take his turn. He's like, me. And he kind of leans into it. He makes me feel like it's important. I also heard the word aunt, so there's some sort of aunt or congratulations aunt or something that has to do with aunt. So I'm looking at that kind of a connection. Whew. Everybody good? I didn't get through the rules. And rule number 2 is here and there. We're here, they're there. From there, they may give me names or dates, okay? So as I went around and told you who I felt was crossed with you, know that I might now get names or dates connected, but they may be your own birthday or your own name if I don't know that, okay? Or it could be the names of people who are still living that they're gonna say hello to. They might not just talk about themselves. So just stretch out of that a little bit. And the dates will be birth dates, death dates, or anniversaries. I'm really picky with my dead people. Like, they can't just give me a whole bunch of information either. Like maybe 2 months. Sometimes I'll get numbers. Numbers must be really important with this group for everybody as far as getting signs. So I'm excited to see whose numbers come with who. Boy, they've got me talking fast. I love it. Rule number 3 is what I would call trauma versus illness. And the reason why I bring that up is because sometimes there's traumatic crossings where it's not an illness or something sick or wrong with the body that causes the crossing, which is kind of what I felt in the back row. Do you understand that? Okay. All right. So with that being said, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. He is so cute. To me, you're young. So in his mind, he's calling you young. I don't know if you're the youngest, but he's just saying that you're his baby, okay? I feel like this is a good dad. I feel like he did everything that he could possibly do. I feel like he would be after 10 p.m. TV because he'd want me to curse really bad. It makes him comfortable. Does that make sense? Yes. Was he sick? No. Or was this an illness though? Not a trauma, meaning nothing like he didn't overdose on, like, okay, yeah, no accidents, nothing like that. Those are traumas. Okay. Get it? Like, I have examples for it, but I think it's fine. Okay, something about race cars. Oh, I'll have to remember. We have a new mic thing. We change stuff up in here all the time. Race cars, numbers. He talks about numbers on, okay, so we're gonna go right into numbers. I saw 2 numbers with you, 2s and 4s. Does this make sense to you? Do you use numbers as a sign?
No.
Fine. Does February make a connection to you?
Yes.
Okay, so there's my 2. And then 4 would be April. Or it could be the 4th of February, if that's correct for him, because he would go 2-4. And he may not even be talking about himself, but February makes sense?
Yes.
Okay. Is there another male crossed that
Yes.
would be with him?
Yes.
Okay. This isn't a grandfather. This is somebody younger, right?
Yes.
Is this a husband to you?
Yes.
Are you okay? Okay, I'm not okay. I'm freaking out right now. I'm like, holy cow, your dad just brought through a husband and I can't curse because I'm on TV and your dad's like, yeah, Rebecca, you're... I'm like, thanks, Dad, high five. Okay, no clue. Just know that he's like, wow, I had no clue I was going to come through today.
Yeah.
He was excited. He got excited. Did you bring something? Just yes or no?
No.
Okay, you didn't have to. Okay, I'm not sure even where to go with this because your dad's just really excited that he got to do that for you. So to me, it would be like a present or a connection. So is the February actually connected to your husband? Or is it connected to Dad?
Both.
Both. Fantastic. Might be why they keep, okay, fantastic. So twos were important.
They are now.
Well, if you didn't have a sign, this might bring it through.
Mm-hmm.
Are there 3 kids?
Yes.
So you and your husband have 3?
Yes.
I love them. He loves them. I don't know them. I'm sure I'd love them if I met them. He just like, love my kids. So there's a very big hug. I don't know if this is like the picture on something or if this is an expression or a dream that you have, but he shows me group hug. So there's a I don't know, like if you all went on a camping trip and somebody took a picture of you winning a race or something. Does that make sense? I feel like we're all celebrating in a circle. That's, like when you win something and you're like, I'm not going to jump on TV, just saying. But you're like, yeah, I feel like he's really celebrating something. So even if this is something that has happened since he has crossed, he is showing you that he is in this circle with you and he is celebrating with you and this is really exciting. So he would say this is probably about the kids, right?
Yes.
Okay. There must be a boy. Are we talking about a boy? Is there a boy? Or do we have 3 girls?
3 girls.
Okay. Do we have you don't look really old enough for them to be all married and having kids and stuff, are they?
Yes.
Okay. So is there another boy somewhere? Is it a grandson?
Yes.
Okay. And no offense, it wasn't going to be a son-in-law or it was going to be the boy. Okay. Well, then he knows his grandson very well. This makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Aww. Okay, I'm going to say something weird. It might sound weird, might be weird, might not be weird. The bats? Are there bats? He showed me a bat.
There were.
Okay, is this good or bad? Do we want them back? Bats are good. They eat mosquitoes, right?
They can come back, I guess.
Okay. Was it in the house or something? Or
No, not in the
Oh,
house.
okay,
No.
okay. All I know is he's like showing me bats, like it's funny or a memory or something we're supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
I know, but if you're going to show me that, you have to be really specific. Is there an E? Is somebody an E? You? Somebody here? Okay. She's like, yes.
Oh, yes.
Okay, who's the E?
My father.
Oh, fantastic. Can I
I
ask you?
called him Dad.
That's totally fine. You can call him Dad. This would be my way of probably getting moved on. It's probably your husband's way of saying, I'm celebrating with you. I love you. I did this. I do hear the letter R as well. I'm not sure who connects with the letter R. Do you understand that as well?
I
Who's
do.
that?
My husband.
Oh, is it R-O? No?
No.
Okay, fine. What's your husband's name? I'm asking.
The first name?
Or where does the R
Oh,
fit in?
Richard, middle.
Okay, fantastic. And your dad, it's not Ed, is it? Is it Ed?
It is.
But is it like Edwin instead of Edward or something like that? Because I see Edwin. She's going, oh. Yeah, is that you? Edwin? Oh, what's the?
It's Edmund.
Edmund, okay. He's just like, my name is not Edward, so thank you for validating that he just didn't want to be called Edward. Is that okay?
That is okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love you. Oh my God, it
God.
feels so good. I have to admit, I was a little worried at first when not worried. Worried is the wrong word for it. It's like when I am doing the mediumship, I'm not always, I don't know what's going to happen. You come in and sit down and you're like, I'm here to do what? And I'm like, yeah, you are. And let's see what goes on, you know? And I think that your dad and your husband, that's a lot of love for them to kind of just be like, boom, boom. And your husband makes me feel, he's not leaving. It's just that he's, you know, I get a little quirky between readings. He made me feel confident to stand here and go, oh, you know, to look, I mean, you don't really, I don't want to assume you have a husband cross, you're young. And to be able to have the confidence to say that comes from spirit too. Mm-hmm. So that's a really great quality. I have from your sister, and then I may bounce to your sister afterwards for this reading. They may align. Remember how I told you the show goes quick? It's like 45 minutes, so they may use things that'll connect to more than one person at a time. But what is it about the blue lights? Do you understand the blue floating lights? Okay. Do you? And if it is yes, say yes. Is it optical?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, that's fine. All right, nobody does. I'll go right back to you. Okay. Whew. I'll say this. I don't know, but maybe when we're watching the show, I will probably look about 30 seconds before I asked about that, because in my mind's eye, I saw a giant blue light at your feet. Blue, like indigo blue. And at your feet, and as I say it, it could even be a pet. But to me, there's something that comes through about that. Did your sister leave an animal behind or have one that she would come in with? Did you guys know her sister? Yeah. Are we family? Yeah. How are we family? Was this your brother?
She's my sister.
Okay, my sister. All right. So we have a sister in spirit together. Yes. Okay, which is why I'm going back to you going, is it your blue light too? Is it yours or is it yours? Okay, but I have a dog. So if I'm hearing it's the sister's dog, I'm going back to you. Is this something we've seen because you're the one who lost a dog?
I lost a dog.
Okay. At least we know the dog knows where to sit then.
Okay.
Take it.
My dog is always with me.
And that's kind of how it felt. And it's different than having, I know I should tell you guys to move this. I'll catch on. It's different than having a connection to a soul that's crossed that was a human. I don't see the connection or hear the words as much, but I still feel the unconditional love. And honestly, it's almost like while we're here, we don't always hold unconditional love for our people in spirit. If you think of all of your loved ones, you love them. I see it. I see it often. I see it a lot, you know. And, oh, well, I hope they're at peace, you know. That's what we get. They're at peace. It's fine. I don't need to hear from, you know, things like that. But at the same time, it's important when the animals come through because it lets you know, I'm okay. I'm still with you. You're right. I am always right here. I mean, if you feel like that, then I feel like that for you. So a brother-in-law.
Yes.
Would he be cute and like kiss you on the cheek and move on? Because that's kind of how it feels. He's like, hi, over. So, which would be so he could bring through your sister.
Yeah.
And the number 9 connect somewhere?
Sure does.
Okay, and why is this? Is this her?
There's
numbers?
9 of us, 9 kids, and she was also missing for 9 days.
9 kids, she was missing for 9 days. Okay. Well, right now she feels like her goal is to make sure that every single person individually in your family gets a sign from her, gets acknowledgement from her about like how she's okay and how she's okay and how she's okay and how she brings this through a lot. She says this a lot. Like, I need people to know I'm okay. Where's the car are you in a new car? Did she give you a sign in a new car? I don't know what that means. I almost want it to be a blue car. It is a new blue car. That's what she says. Who has the new car?
I don't know.
Well, there's 9 of you. Could be any of you.
Well, that's
No, I'm
right.
just kidding. I don't mean it that way. She says something about somebody having a new car or there being a new vehicle, and she's been in it. She's like, I'm so excited. They need to know I've been in this vehicle with them. Does this make sense?
I think one of my younger brothers just got a new car.
Okay, it's just a hello. Maybe you're going to show your younger brother this. Maybe he'll understand exactly what that was. And I almost feel like she's spoiled to be able to say hi. Do you know what I mean? She goes, I don't think Daddy was going to come if you guys didn't both come. So I think there was something about both of you being here for me to be able to bring him through. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Why did he pick today? He's like the leader of the pack, and I don't feel like he does this.
He doesn't.
Okay, so it's not his personality
Correct.
to do this, Mr. Ed. Not Edward, got it. Is August a connection?
Yes.
Okay, and then that's his hello and goodbye. Oh my God, I love him. And your sister, and your husband. Who's the B? Brandy, Brandon, Braden, Braze? Am I connected to you with that? Okay. No. Okay. I can come back to it. That's okay. I heard it just briefly. I almost heard it like I wanted to say brazen. Like it would be like, what would that even go with? I know it's an adjective to describe something, but it's more about it being exciting. Almost wanted it to be about horses. Who bet? Are we gambling on horses?
I have.
I don't want to say recent. I don't mean it like in a bad way. It's totally great. I feel like it's great. I don't bet horses. All I know, did you win? Like in my mind, I'm like, you won and it was because of this bee and you heard something and the dog. I don't know. It's just.
Unfortunately, I did not win.
That's fine. All I know is it looked like brazen, and it looked like fire behind this horse and it was just, I don't know what that was. It was exciting. Whatever it was exciting, and I was happy to be there. So whatever they did, they took a minute to get me to understand that for you. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Did you lose one of your own? Yes.
I had miscarriages, but no.
But something traumatic happened? I'm not discounting miscarriages. Miscarriages are babies on purpose whose souls had purposes to do what they needed to do. You will definitely see them again. They're part of your soul family. But I feel like somebody's trying to talk to me about an actual trauma.
No.
That may be connected to you then. Okay, I just know it's in the back. Is that connected to your sister?
No, not my sister.
Is it a female though?
The deceased?
Yeah,
Little one?
the trauma.
No, it's not a girl.
It's a male.
Yeah.
Okay, so your sister then and this younger male.
Yep.
This was a traumatic event.
Yes.
Okay, I feel like everybody should just hang on for a minute because it was a lot, right? And have we not had this conversation with anyone yet?
It's a discussion we're not allowed to have very often.
Okay. Oh, and here it is on like,
Yeah.
Okay, so we got this. There is a reason for everything. I think this is Mom in spirit?
No.
Okay, Mom is living.
Yep.
Okay. This must have some sort of gentle effect in a positive way for Mom. That's all I'm feeling.
For his mom. His mom wasn't okay with that.
Is it family?
Yes.
Okay. So is it a nephew?
No.
How is it connected? Even younger?
My grandson.
A grandson, even younger. Forgive me for pausing. I'm like I said, there's no edit on this show. So for me, I really think that it's important for me to show you that what's going through my mind is how, as I was driving here, I almost felt like I had to slow down under the speed limit. Does that make sense? I needed to be ready because I felt like this heavy trauma needed to be lifted up a little bit lighter, and in order to do that, I had to feel where it was.
Not really.
Did this grandson wind up in the hospital? Or ever come home from the hospital?
When he was born, he came home from the hospital.
And he died as a baby?
Yes.
Okay. And did he cross at home, or did we go back to the hospital? Because I do feel like
He crossed at home.
He crossed at home. And to me, I do put the word traumatic in front of that, and I say it's traumatic because I don't feel like it was a natural cause. However, I feel like I'm not looking for somebody to blame. I'm just saying it looks like there was some sort of miss somewhere. We can blame that on everybody from doctors to nurses to parents to grandparents to neighbors to friends to husbands to brothers to sisters. I mean, there's a million people on this list we can, just. And I feel like this little boy wants to be a part of the family in such a joyful way.
He celebrated all the time.
Good. Does he have siblings?
Yes.
Are there two?
Yes.
Okay, because that's what he seems to celebrate the most.
I bet he does.
Okay. Is there an S sound or an S connection? And which could sound like a C also, like Cecilia would be a C, but like Sam was a F, like that sound.
Do you want me to give?
Yes.
Christopher.
So he's a Chris. Or is that the sibling?
That's the sibling.
Thank you. I think there's a very big bond with this sibling, like no other. I
Probably.
feel like they still know, like, I don't want to say know each other, but connect.
I'm sure.
Okay. You look so joyful, the woman in front of you. You look so joyful. Do you feel this as it's going through you? Because what I feel is like, oh my God, I love grandma, I love grandma, I love grandma. And I don't even know if you're called grandma yet, but that's the love feeling that I have. And it's got to be shooting right through you because she's like damn ass giddy, and I'm talking about a young one who crossed. It's weird, and I get that because I'm excited to see you. That's how he makes me feel. And then where's the M sound? Are you a Mimi?
Nona.
Nona. Okay, I knew it wasn't grandma.
No.
All right, you're Nona. And
Yes.
he hears this, so he knows. I see all kinds of signs from him literally everywhere. So you guys get signs. And he says it's not just one thing, it has to be situational. So is it your son?
I have a son.
If you and your son are together, I think you guys get signs at the same time.
That's possible.
Does that make sense? You have a
'Cause we-
son and a daughter?
Yes.
Is this your daughter's son who's crossed?
Yes.
Okay, because he said it's your son, my uncle, who gets signs also. Aw,
That would make sense because my son and I are still living together.
fantastic. Thank you for validating that. I almost said it, but he didn't make it as important. But yes, would make sense why you would get signs together. Cardinals is huge, right? Is it cardinals?
We hear cardinals all the time.
All the time, yes. And cardinals, I could see a lot of you going, cardinal, I get it. There's something about that cardinal connection that to me, all right, so I just have to let you know how spirit works. Do you have a mom crossed? No. You already said no, right? Oh, so you know what? It might be for you. I'm getting interrupted by a mom. So is there a mom-in-law?
Yeah.
Okay.
X.
Oh, one of those.
Yeah.
Fine. I just because I remember you saying before something about the mom, and I was like, oh, I don't think she would want this outed, this information outed. I think it's the mother-in-law and spirit that was talking, because I'm getting interrupted again. The mom's here. So just know that one of the reasons why she's coming through too is because your daughter's her granddaughter. So there is love there. So in a sense, also in my mind, it's always important for me to have either a mother or a grandmother bring through a young one for me so I know who I'm kind of talking to and how small they are. Of course, your grandson put me right into like a little mini space.
Yeah. He was
Tiny,
tiny.
tiny. Was he premature?
He was 6 weeks old when he passed.
6 weeks. Tiny. It's not that I can't or won't speak on how he crossed. They have already told me, and I say they because it's not just him, that there's, and I heard the letter M again, so, or the word M, if it's M, Emily, Emma, something like that, or M. Okay, I heard it.
Just my son is M.
Yeah, okay, so that would make sense. Then I started talking about your son and you getting a sign. He's the M.
Yeah.
I could bring up names of people who are here or there, either way. So thank you for validating. They must be moving me on because they want me to close up my loose ends. M would have been one of the loose ends. That's just his way of saying hi to his uncle, and a way for your mother-in-law to. Did she cross when she was still a mother-in-law?
No.
Oh, okay. Well,
No.
whatever. She still comes through like a mom, so you know. And of course, hi to your son, who must be, I don't know, a favorite, the way it kind of comes through, or no, that's fine. She still brought it up, brings
That's
it up.
okay.
Kind of like they're sneaking in. It's TV, let's sneak in. It's TV, let's sneak in. I'm like, okay, go for it. I know, but if you're going to show me that for her right away, then that's just going to, is there a paratrooper? Is that your dad? Who's Army?
Navy?
Navy doesn't parachute. They're underwater, not in the air. I saw a parachute.
My mother.
Thank you. I'm just going to leave it. Go ahead. You can do that.
There you go.
You can take it. Whew. I was like, wait a minute. What's happening? Because it's TV. Don't go that fast. What I do want you to know 100% is her coming through is just her way of saying, don't worry. There's more than just me up here, but I'm up here also. So, and I also wanted to kind of cut back in and say, even though I don't know exactly how he crossed, it's not that I'm not looking for it to be aired on television. If Spirit told me something, I'll spit it right out. I don't care where we are. And I would say it because I'm bold like that, and sometimes it has to be brought up. It's traumatic for everybody no matter what. And he says that right now, there's a lot of people that carry it really close to them, like there's a lot of human, and he says human because it's our mind, shouldas, couldas, wouldas. When you cross over, he goes, you don't have any of those. So he kind of looks at everybody, and not everybody, he goes, a lot of those people there, he says to me, shoulda, coulda, and woulda themselves a lot in their grief. Just know that when you cross over, that's gone. So here it's kind of like torture. So minimalize it, you know, maybe like do it for 5 minutes at a time, not like 5 days at a time. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay, I'm also getting a very distinct, this is weird to say, a taste in my mouth, of a grocery store. Grocery store? Does that make sense? All right, I'm going to hold on to that because does anybody get that? Like, oh, my family owned a grocery store? Like, nothing like that, right? Grocery carts, grocery store? I don't know, I saw a grocery store. Who knows? This would be something that they would normally edit out. Do you know what I mean? But I'm not going to edit that out because somewhere along the line that means something, just because I don't know exactly where. But I felt like I was leaving your connection and I saw like a cart. They're all talking about it. Do you get it? Are you family too?
No.
Okay. Bring any idea why I would think of a grocery cart or grocery shopping or anything like that at all?
There was a store across the street from when my father grew up.
Like a grocery store?
Yeah.
Did you guys steal the grocery cart or something?
No.
I did.
Okay.
Not from that store.
But you stole a grocery cart. Was it at the house?
Was it what?
Was it at the house or something?
Yes.
Okay, because he's just showing me the grocery cart. And mind you, I feel like he curses a little bit under his breath, like, a grocery cart.
Just under his breath.
Not just under his breath, okay. I can see this absolutely beautiful dragonfly on your tattoo. Is that for mom?
No.
No. But is it for someone? You can say no, you can say it's for me.
It is for me.
Good, fine. I feel like your mom is coming through and she's, what brought the mic to you? I don't remember, because then I saw a
When you
grocery
said
cart.
Army,
Paratrooper?
nurse in the Korean War.
Okay, so she's definitely with the paratroopers.
Yes.
Absolutely. And she's Army? This is
Yeah.
your mom.
MASH unit.
Don't feed me information.
Sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
goodness, the MASH unit. I think I could have gotten that. But she just gives me actually, like, I'm going to say this in a little bit of a strange way. She goes, you wouldn't be here if I wasn't there. So did she meet your dad there? Is there some sort of love?
She met my
connect-
dad in Korea.
She did.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. She's just so excited. She's like, you got it. Like, to me, that's, I don't think she got to be here very long. Did your mom die young? I don't understand how to say this. Let me put this a different way. Was she in her 70s?
No.
Older? Okay. Just 80s then, right? She was even older? Okay, I'm going to say this. She goes, oh my gosh, I died so young.
Yeah, she
makes
probably
me
thought she
feel
was young.
like she's 70, if not younger.
Yes.
Like young. I died too young. So was she all nuts and bolts, everything?
Everything perfect.
Okay, thank you. That makes a little sense to me now, but she's telling me how young she was when she died. So it's the opposite, I'm wrong. And my grandmother crossed at 105, so I know how old somebody can live. And she didn't show me that, because she showed me literally like mind is active, my body is active, my heart is active, and I'm go, 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 go. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Is she the reason why I wanted to wear the butterfly? Is she a butterfly connection for you?
Not her.
But somebody else is?
Yeah.
But it's not Dad either.
No.
Okay. Is it their sister that you used the butterfly for? Because she goes, me. I was like, oh, not somebody new. I wish you could hear what I hear right now. Are we like friends?
Yes.
We're like best friends?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, so we're like sisters, but not super, like.
Yeah.
She's like, you know how to use a mic,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't know why. She just says you know how to use a mic. Right? Well, good. I guess she's happy about you. I want to say all kinds of things. Are you married?
Widowed.
Widowed. Good thing I asked that indirectly. Not that you needed to feed that to me, but she's talking about your husband. I am sure he's with you, don't get me wrong. I'm just not sure he's going to do the television show. I'm not sure he's going to come through here, other than just to let you know he's like good. Like, I'm good. And then kind of slides back. Is he the J? Who's the J sound?
My mother, Joan.
Okay. And your mother is here? No, I'm sorry. Your mother is crossed. Yes.
Yep.
Okay. Did your husband cross traumatically in some way?
Yes.
Thank you. He makes me feel really wavy. I don't know what that's all about. Is he on something? Are there drugs involved? Even if they're medication, I'm still
Yes.
really like, I'm
Yes.
out of it. Like, I cannot speak, I can't function. And is this like quick medicine, or
Yes.
is this the wrong medicine?
It's the wrong medicine.
The wrong medicine, which is why I feel like he's on drugs. So forgive me, he's just giving, it's interesting for me. You have to understand, I didn't get how your grandson crosses, and then he brings me into this. This is what I mean by like trauma versus illness, when they bring that energy through. It makes me wavy because I don't know exactly how to handle what they're putting him through. And he says, they always remind me, so get mad if you want to, God's clock keeps perfect time. Were you able to be there with him?
No.
Okay. He says it again, God's clock keeps perfect time. And I've argued about that. I've even like had dreams like yelling at God, where whatever that is, and saying, you know, I'm gonna hammer your watch, and hearing back, it's not a watch, it's divine. And I do believe that your husband had a very strong connection to divine timing. I think that that's how he met you. So why wouldn't it be how we leave here? Because he's making a very corny thing. He's saying, my life began the day I met you. So it's divine timing. And he uses wings. So butterfly wings, or wings in an angel wings, or angels, wings in the sky. Wings, he says, is feathers. Feathers, right? White feathers the most, because that would be an angel's feather, which means he's like, every once in a while I drop her down one of my feathers, which makes me laugh because he's no angel. Just so you know. He is. And if I could be vulgar on TV, he is not an angel, but he was yours. I'm glad. I've probably said this on this show before, and very cliche, but it's a perfect example of better to have loved than lost than never to have loved at all, because you might not have had him. Divine timing. And he's like, listen, I didn't feel anything when I was dying anyway. Like, he is out. I think the doctors, the hospital, that whoever was trying to do the best that they could. Like, I'm not saying that they definitely followed a protocol. He showed me, wow, I saw another blue light right next to your, like a flash of blue, which was an animal for you. Is there an animal crossed with him? Is it a cat, not a dog?
No, a dog.
It's a dog, okay. I saw it, so I'm gonna assume there's another animal that's gonna be with him that he's gonna bring through as a sign. Joan, your mom, huh? At peace, I just get R.I.P., you know, she's a rest in peace person. Do you understand that? It's not like she's got a lot to say. She's probably one going, I would never do this woo-woo stuff, just know I love you and move on. Does this make sense with your mom?
100%.
Fantastic. I like her. I like her. I like her. I like her. I'm not a fan of camping. Are you camping now?
No.
Okay, I'm not a fan of camping. What'd you guys do, buy a camper? Yes?
Yes.
Yeah, new camper. Mwah. That might be the new vehicle also. Is it blue by any chance? Like, I don't know what that's all about, but, you know, Dad in the truck, maybe Dad was trying to, Spirit does what Spirit does. Okay, I get weird in between. Hang on just a second. I'm not exactly sure where to connect to next. Who was it that I felt at the very beginning that I wanted to bring through to you? Was it a dad also? No, Mom and Dad are here. It was the trauma energy that I had felt in the back. That went there. Okay, let me ask this. I see two. I see a couple. If this isn't parents, then it's going to be either in-laws. Are both your in-laws passed? Okay, so no offense.
X again.
Has this happened before where they come through?
No.
No. And this is an ex. Are there kids?
No.
Okay, so is there a reason why they would I would get the feeling of wanting to say hello from them. Did you help them? Were you around? Even though he's an ex and gone now, do you understand that they would use this opportunity to go, hey, what's up? And in addition to that, is there something that's come up with him recently?
No, not
Fine.
really.
You're
But
not-
they both passed just after I left.
Wow. Poor guy.
Yeah.
You know, everything for a reason. Divine timing, right?
Yep.
Let's just throw it out to divine timing. I do feel, though, that they are coming through with love and they just want to say hello. And there is something about that feels very special, just so you know. Is there another male crossed for you? Okay, let me ask this. Do you have brothers?
Just one.
Do you have two siblings? Do you have a
Yes.
brother and a sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they both here?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. That's good. Your whole family unit is still intact. That's amazing. Good. Where does the M come through or the Mary sound come through?
Mary.
Okay, so Mary, Marie, Maggie, something along those lines. It'd be funny if I moved the mic from you to her again. Is Mary a connection to you?
There is one.
Is it connected to mom? Hold on.
No.
No. We're just going to hang on.
Yeah.
What's your first name?
Jody.
Hi, Jody.
Hi.
How do you spell it?
Jody.
I feel like I have to bring in a male who's like, if he's not related, he's going to be a friend. And I'm not sure exactly how this connects to you, but it's almost like I would love, I know your parents are cross, I know they can come through and say hi, I know they're taking a moment, but I feel very compelled to make you keep the mic because somebody is trying to come through to say hi, and it seems friendly, amicable. Does that make sense? Is your ex still living? Okay, it's not
Yes.
him then. I don't think this was somebody you dated. Amicable, but separate. I hear the letter D, but does that make sense? Okay, thank God. All right. You guys are all
I had a
laughing too.
feeling.
Do you understand this as if it's something separate in your world, that there's a friend with a D crossed? Okay, but I'm specifically with her and fighting to stay there. So if you do get a hello or a connection from it, take it as a layer. Almost like anybody who's watching TV too, if they see this and they think it connects, take it as a layer. But let me give it there. Okay. Do you understand why he would come through and make it a point to say hi right now? I think he really likes you. Likes you? Like, he definitely likes you. Did he like you?
No, we were
Okay.
just really good friends.
He keeps saying that amicable, but I feel like he might have flirted. Was he just flirty?
Maybe.
Maybe. Did we work together?
Yeah, we did mission together.
You did mission together. That makes me so happy. It's interesting because he says he was exactly where he was supposed to be. He says if you're going to talk about divine timing, he says that that's us becoming friends and doing what we did. I think that if I was even to put myself into the position when you met him, that there's probably a lot of connections to what you either do now or focus on now because of that. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Do you have something of his?
Yeah, I have his picture on my dresser.
You do. That's super. He's just happy to be able to say hi. He fought to get in, meaning it was like he might have been, and this is his personality, which is why I'm going to bring this up. He's like, I had to tell all of their loved ones to hurry up so I could get in. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
He was about keeping on the clock, whether he even laughs. He goes, it wasn't a sundial, Rebecca, but he could read the sun. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He knew when it was time to go, time to stop, time to run. I don't know if he's reading the weather or just the sun itself, but he had a knowing in some way. And he says that that's something that he was able to share with you. Like that's, and then he was like, let's go, hurry up. And so he says, just so you know, that's how I got in. He shows me the month of June.
It's my birthday.
Oh, so happy birthday.
Thank you.
In June. Is the number 5 a connection in some way? Is May a connection in some way to him? Okay, I'll be wrong, but I'll take the June and leave it
But
at that.
5 could be a connection.
You would understand that?
5, yeah.
I want numbers to be a huge connection, so
Yeah.
let that be. Okay, okay, and then he's done. Holy mackerel. That was kind of cool. That I would say would be, if people say, oh, you know, is it, you know, how does it come through or how does it work? This would be one I would call a tough read. Do you ever know any tough reads? Yeah, this was a tough read. Not because I couldn't get there, but because they really wanted me to be specific about how they connected and what an impact you had on his life. Had he already come home and crossed here, right? He's crossed here. Some, like he's not around here though,
No.
right? So
No. He
okay,
crossed
so-
5 years ago.
but not in Connecticut or not in
Oh.
this area?
Not in this area, but downstate.
Okay, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that. Hi,
Hello.
is it your birthday? That's all I want to know. Is there a birthday? We're in October, so is it October that's a birthday?
There's a birthday in October that's,
Somebody here?
no,
Somebody, is it mom or dad?
Mom.
Oh, okay. I'm going to say this because
I'm sorry,
feel...
wait, I made a mistake. Her birthday just passed at the end of September. Her passing is
Her
October.
passing was in October.
October.
Okay. I would say this. They're making it out to be, well, let's, you know, old school. Let's save the best for last. And that would be coming through to say hi to you. I think that them picking up a way to be able to use dates for you in particular is important, because I think that you see numbers and you use dates. And I think that your dad probably uses a very numerical, lineal, maybe he's like the local engineer or something like that. But he gives me this idea, like if it's straight and if it's in order and if it's in alignment, then we can get it done. Does that make sense?
Somewhat,
He
yes.
also says lists are important, so I think that, do you have things that he had written on?
A few.
It's important, whatever that was, he goes, that was good stuff. It could have been stories, I'm not sure. Spirits coming through and winding me down really small, but what I felt like saying to you was, October is going to be a great month, like we're supposed to celebrate it for you. There's something good happening in October. And this seems to come from your dad.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. Whew, they're just shutting me down. Oh, I just love all you guys. Are we all good? Does anybody have anything they want to comment on? No, you're just, yeah, you understood everything, and you're all right. And we're all right because I'm stopping. We got to stop. Are you sure? No questions, comments, concerns, smiles? Should we clap? Yeah, still okay. All right, you guys, just have a wonderful season, and thank you so much for letting me kind of pop in and give each one of you a mini reading like that. They're all okay, and that's what's important. They're all okay. I want you guys out there to know that we're going into the fall season, we're going into the holiday season, and this is the season when we tend to miss our loved ones the most. We start to associate the changing of the leaves and dying of the flowers and waiting for that cold season where a lot of us get locked in as a time to really reflect on those who aren't here anymore, and that's fine. If you need to take those moments to take this season to give yourself a little more focus on your loved ones, go ahead. I give you permission to do that, but only if you do it with joy. Pull out the pictures, play their music, put on their favorite movies. If you don't want to get out, go order their favorite meal and have it delivered to your home. But make sure that you do everything you can, not just to connect with your loved ones at a time when you feel like you need them the most, but connect with them and look for the signs and put yourself there and feel it and know that it's heaven and know that it's love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a good night.